Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are for round number 11, the penultimate race of season number 7. It brings us to the British Grand Prix, home to the Silverstone Circuit. Or should it be the other way? We are at Silverstone Circuit, home of the British Grand Prix. We have a short qualifying session followed by a 50% race back to normal for the final two races. And championship update, surprise, surprise. Well, no surprise really. Charis has secured the Drivers' Championship after Austrian GP. That's not the only update though. In the Constructors' Championship, McLaren have finally taken the lead away from Mercedes. So McLaren are leading the Constructors' Championship for the first time this season with just about 21 points of lead. 2 races to go. That's about 80 points to be gained out of these remaining 2 races. It is very crucial that both the McLarens and the Mercedes drivers show up in good form today. Good news for them though, Charis and Ayman Haikal are both here representing the McLarens. Switz, however, is missing from the Mercedes garage, and in his place is another good driver that I've worked with quite a long time, MacD, alongside Aswan Jupri, 2 good friends. So I'd say it's almost a one-to-one replacement in some sense, which means it's a good news for McLaren. It's a good news for Mercedes as they try to mount a challenge for that P1 in the Constructors' Championship. Dry qualifying looks like to be the menu for today as I finish up my sandwich. Excuse me. And joining me today in the comms box, well, it's no one. I'm alone today. So hello Chad, good day. Welcome everyone. And let's see some support for your favorite drivers. We have Pineapple showing us support for Scientists, Red Bulls, who are currently in P7 in the Constructors' Championship. They are within touch of P3 in the Constructors. So it's a tight affair between P3 that is currently being held by Williams ahead of Alpine by just 1 point. And further 20 points away is Red Bull and Ferrari. So 4 teams are still in the fight for P3 in the championship. All for glory, all for the fame. It's not over just yet. And good thing for them as well. Kendra and Scientists are both out here today in full force towards the end of the season, and they've been showing good form recently as well. They've had quite a rough start of the season with incidents, and then with some issues with the game. Sometimes just incidents left and right, post-race penalties. But now, after that amazing Austrian GP where we saw both of them working together to get past the McLaren of Ayman Haikal, I believe they are up for some more team play over here as they mount a challenge for P3 in the Constructors. Now, we have our champion, who is Charis. Well, rightfully, or oddly enough, he's changed his name to Nothing to Lose because, well, he has nothing to lose anymore in the Drivers' Championship, but he has still everything to lose in the Constructors' Championship if he does not perform well today. Will he be doing a last 2 challenge? Will he be doing a full tank challenge? Or is he not going to play any games and he's going to go full beams right off the bat? Last time out in Silverstone in season number 6, this guy went head to head with Aswan Jupri. These 2 guys were inseparable for the entire race in season number 6 Silverstone GP. And I expect it to be maybe just about the same here. They came pretty close in round number 8, was that in Spanish GP. But then unfortunately Aswan had an issue with the game, some incidents as well. And that fight was broken up for, well, till the end of the race. This time though, I think we'll be in for another fight, another attempt here. Alan is here as well. Last time out in Austria, he was looking really strong in the wets. But a little bit slow in the dries, I must say. And he's looking to challenge to get at least some good positions in the Constructors' Championship as well as in the Drivers' Championship for himself. So let's bring up the good old menus as we are done waffling, and let's see what the drivers are mucking about on the track right now. Alright, a 126.9 to open the accounts here by Rono in that Alpine. So both the Alpines showing up as well. Rono and, well, where's the other Alpine of Raiden? Seems to be down in P12. Yeah, yet to complete a lap. So yeah, the Alpines as well. Bidding, title bid for them is definitely out of the challenge here. But P3 is still up there for them. Both Williams drivers, the full-time drivers, are missing, which means this is a good opportunity for someone else to take up the position, which is Levi. Oh, he's gone quick. He's gone pretty fast there in P5 on the Intes. No points for Intes Championship if anything here. It's all for saving a set of tires, if anything, to go by. So Levi here standing in for the Williams. Luckily for him, he's all alone, so he will not have any issues with double stacking or all that funny nonsense here. Alan sets the fastest lap for now, setting a 26.1 as the provisional pole lap. Ayman Aikal goes P2 there with 6/10 away, and it's still early season here, early part of the qualifying, so it's taking a while for these drivers to warm up their tires, to get into speed. Scientist here in P9, yet to set a lap time. He's on the medium tires, so I suppose he'll be trying to save a set, maybe 2 sets of soft tires for the race, which can be beneficial, especially if you have a safety car coming on at any point of the race. All 3 tires are a possibility in this track. The C3 softs, it's the C3 soft tires, the C2 medium tires, and the C1 hard tires. The hardest 3 compounds available in the regulations for this track, and that's gonna mean there's a lot of tire stress going on these tires, on this car, and well, a lot of tire wear as well, as you'll see in the race. Alan goes even quicker now with a second consecutive lap. There we go, with a 25.7, so setting a benchmark there, and that's something Sharis could try to beat, and that's right on board with Aswan Jupri here, the lead Mercedes in the pair currently. It's back into the pits after his installment lap, and let's go on to the other Mercedes here of MacD. Across the line, he's going to set a 25.8. That's just less than half a turn. That's only 24 thousandths away from P1, so a good lap there to open up the account for the Mercedes, which is going to prove crucial in this fight heading into these final 2 races. A little bit of a lock up there on the mediums into the chicane. Across the line, Scientist to open up his account. It's gonna go, well, it's just a 28.3, so pretty sure there's a full second there at least hidden somewhere if he goes onto the set of soft tires, and also improves on the lap. So it's still 10 minutes to go in short qualifying. Well, this is hilarious, ladies and gentlemen. Sharis on the wet tires here, definitely just going around a championship lap, a parade lap for, if anything we could say. Once he's won the Drivers' Championship, well, I guess he deserves a lap of parade here around Silverstone on the wet tires. So let's see how this goes for Sharis on the wet tires in a fully dry track. But I must say, it's not a bad Sector 1 by any means. Not the fastest, of course, since you're on the wet tires, but it looks pretty clean, and this is something that you like to see from a lot of the drivers. It's the lines that you take, the consistency that you have under the brakes and acceleration, which gives you the confidence when you're switching onto a different set of tires, even if it's for memes like this. And almost exceeding track limits there. Pretty sure we will have a few track limit warnings coming in on the exit of Cobb's Corner there. Maggots, Backets, and now onto Chapel, gingerly on the throttle, onto the DRS zone. This will be the prime opportunity to overtake at the end of this back straight. It's a very high speed corner, heading after that. So you may want to get the inside line to be able to claim the corner. But then again, it's Silverstone. It's a lot of high-speed corners. Following can be a problem, especially in the dirty air. But DRS is quite powerful, especially when you pair it with some low downforce around here. And that's another compromise that drivers would have to consider. You want to go low downforce, being able to overtake and defend easily? Or do you want to go for a little bit more conservative, a little bit more downforce on the car so you could, follow around easily, but then you'll have to push hard on the battery, push hard on your racecraft to make an overtake, maybe into the straight or around the outside on the inside of the corner. So we'll see plenty of that. It's not the easiest track to overtake in real life, and by any means it's not the easiest in the game as well due to the dirty air, although not as much as real life. Now, while Charis has done his flying lap, you could say, a cool lap on the wets, excuse my puns for today, he's just weaving around, giving us some show, and that's the parade lap from your champion of Season 7, Charis. Now back to some real action here. We have Alan reattempting his lap here. He's on his out lap, preparing to go once again. Raiden, in the meantime, alright, that's beautiful. He has put that Alpine up in P3 immediately. So this is going to be proving a little bit of an issue for Ayman Haikal for sure. As normally he finds himself behind the likes of Raiden, behind the likes of Alan in the race. And with the Drivers' Championship pretty much sealed away, and I think the focus is shifting towards the Constructors' Championship for all drivers, Ayman needs a good lap around here. So we will be riding on board with him shortly if we could. Nothing to lose. Well, that's Charis. He has gone back into the pit lane, so that is a confirmation that he's attempting at least some sort of a last two question mark challenge around here. And while he's on that, let's see the other Mercedes of Azwan Jupri, the one guy who was going toe-to-toe with Charis last season. Where does he put this Mercedes? It's on pole position for now, 24.7, and I think that's just about matching what he did last time out in Season 6. Can he improve any more with 6 minutes to go? A full second clear though, mind you, ahead of Alan, ahead of MacD, so there's a lot more time to be found here for sure. This is looking to be a spicy one for the Mercedes. Can they put it in pole position? Can they put it up in 1-2? Last time out in Austria, they made it up into 1-2 in qualifying, only for Charis to spoil it at the end. Well, it wasn't there. It was in Spain, my bad, where we had a qualifying session. Mercedes put it up in 1-2 just before Charis taking the pole away from them. This time, with Charis out of the picture, is Alan gonna be the party pooper here to split the Mercedes? Not with that kind of maggots and buckets, but still, is improving a little bit, just under a tenth here. Levi Tiger Pants in the meantime is gone P2, 7 tenths away from Azwan, so that's not exactly the fastest lap you could see on Earth. Alan now heading into Sector 3, a little bit conservative there on the exit of Stowe, and now into the wheel chicane, coming out of it, heading into turn 1. What's this going to be? It's a 5 tons improvement, but it's still 5 tons behind Azwan, so Mercedes looking like the favorites here to claim pole right now. There you go, a beautiful lap there by Scientist. He's 1.1 second up on that soft tire run. That's gonna put him somewhere close to P6, P7. If he could nail that last sector as well, a lot more time to be gained here. Last time out he locked up into the chicane. Much nicer, but loses it on the exit, really pushing it with the throttle there. Car is pretty loose as you can see. Across the line, it's a 1.3 second improvement. He goes up to P10. And 2 tenths more, he would have been right there in P7. So Scientists will be looking to find that final 2 or 3 more tenths to put him up into P7 here. What about his teammate though? Kendra is still in P13, yet to do a lap time. He's back into the pits, 5 seconds away. And that's That's a little unusual for Kendra, who's usually a good qualifier around here as well. Now let's ride on board with the Mercedes of McD, who is a reserve driver in this season but has made quite a good show up recently. This time around, he himself and Aswan are definitely in the same voice chat. I'm pretty sure of that, to play this out for the Mercedes team. Now heading into turn 1. All flat around here. Turn 1 is full flat. Make sure not to cut that too much. Stay tight to the left. And then turn 3 braking zone. That's the DRS line. Miss the apex a little bit, but you can carry good amount of speed nevertheless. Into turn 4. Now heading into turn 5. And now onto the Wellington straight. A short DRS zone where you can make an overtake into the inside here at the end of sector 1. Marginally up on his first sector. And now into sector 2. This is a long winding corner here. Get a good exit all the way down the straight here. Seems pretty clean, no wheel spin, but is that quick enough? And now heading down into Cobb's corner here, the famous corner where we've seen plenty of crashes in real life and in the game as well. Flat out there, keeping it clean, and now heading into Maggots and now Beckett's, and then after that we're going to head into Chapel. A little bit wide there on that second part. A little bit wide there as well onto Chapel, and now onto the hanger straight here. Gets it. Cheeky little slipstream. I don't know if that's going to work. Barely half a tenth up. Is really on his limit on here. And now into Stowe. How much more is he going to push? Really on the limit there. On the white line. And now heading into the final chicane here. McD looks like this is going to be a good lap. How much more can he push on the exit? Oh! That's too much. That's too much pushing. And that is immediately going to invalidate his lap time, and he's still staying in P4 for now, keeping out of the way from the cars that are coming behind him. Okay, well that was a full beam slap there by McD. Does he have enough time though? With how much time is remaining, I don't think it's possible to get back into the pits and go for it again. And that might be the end for McD, as we still ride on board. We may ride on board very soon with Aswan and Alan here. Can Aswan improve on his 24/7 and get a better lap time for his pole position? Is that gonna be beating his season 6 pole lap time here? Alright, we have the first 2 drivers here ready to go. Alan will be starting his lap time here, while we have our eyes on Aswan, who will be looking to secure that pole by even a bigger margin here if it's possible. He knows Alan is there, up in there with the pace that he can show from time to time. How much can Alan improve though? It is not looking too sharp right now. Alright, that's a solid 4/10 improvement though from Alan. So that's a good start to his lap. Aswan Jupri, what is he going to do? McD has retired, so that's going to be P4 at best for him. Aswan though, 4/10 is the gap that Alan had into Sector 1. How much has Aswan improved into Sector 1? It's going to be head to head here, looks like it. And Aswan is going to be slower by 2/10, so that's advantage Alan, who heads into Sector 2, Maggots, Beckett and Chapel. Much better this time around in this sequence of corners. How much more can he gain on the exit? And that is only 2/10 up, so he has lost plenty of time in Sector 2. Can Aswan claw back his lap time here in Sector 2, heading into Cobbs, now heading into Maggots and Beckett's. Let's see how much will he improve, or how much can he reclaim. No, that's super wide there at Maggots and Beckett's, and onto the exit at Chapel, onto the hanger straight. Aswan is barely a tenth, half a second up. Alan could not improve on his lap time. His 3/10 down. Can Aswan do any better to improve on his final lap time? Aggressive there on the curb, on Stowe. Now heading into the final chicane. Is this gonna make or break his lap time? We'll find out in a few seconds time. Is this gonna make it? or is this gonna break it? Across the line, Azwan Jupri already has pole, comes across the line, cannot improve on his lap time. Levi Tiger Pence though, a 10th down on his personal best. Into the final chicane, how much more can he improve? Can he take that front row away from Allen? Is he gonna start on the front row? Is he gonna be P3? Levi Tiger Pence across the line, it is only gonna be P3 for him, and no more improvements coming in from other drivers here. Kendrick has secured that P6, Hider has gone up to P7, and Ayman will start in P8. So advantage Mercedes at the start of the British GP, 1 and 4 for them. Aston Martin of Allen and Levi standing in for the Williams will take that P2 and 3 away. It's gonna be a one-horse race for the time being, as Azwan has the pace advantage at the beginning. Can he pull away? Will Charis show that he is the champion for a reason, and will this be a opportunity for the Mercedes team to get a good fight for the constructors? We'll find that out shortly as we head into a 2 minutes break before we resume the start of the race. So ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. This is your qualifying grid for today, and that is going to be Charis starting in P16 with Zenobia alongside him on the back row at P16. So 15 and 16 for them. Well, doesn't matter too much though. You get to save some set of tires for the race. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. So after a quick tea break here, quite literally a tea break, I have a tea cup right beside me. Being alone, kind of sad, but we'll have to self-entertain ourselves here. Been a while since we've done solo commentary as well. So chat, you will be keeping me accompanied for today. Let us know what's happening out on track as well. Once again, let's see if the drivers are following the 2 minutes pause timer here, and if anyone's going to jump the start, that's going to be a painful one for them. Right now, I'm pretty sure drivers are loading up their setups, loading up their fuel strategies and all that good stuff, tire strategies as well. It's going to be a spicy one. The predicted strategies is going to be a mediums to hards. For this 26 lap race, you box around lap 9 to 12 and go on to the hards till the end. Or if you're starting on the hards, you could box as early as lap 12, right in between of the race, to lap 14, and then take a set of mediums till the end. Both tires are the race tires to be on around here, although the hard tires can do a little bit more distance if you have to cover it off. But don't discount the soft to medium strategy around here as well. If you're in a TRS train, or if you have the pace advantage for someone like Azwan Jupri, or maybe even Charis who's starting at the back, the soft to medium strategy is a good shout out. Same lap to pit, lap 9 to lap 12, pretty much the same if you want to go on the same strategy. But do you have enough pace to keep it up? That's the question that we'll have to answer. And now 5 lights will come on, and slowly we will stand by. Cars are revving up. When the final is going to go, there you go, 5 lights are off, and away we go. And Hider's AI has jump started everybody. That is a funny one for sure, but that'll resolve by itself. Allen goes up into P1 on that start there with that medium tire start, so he's gonna take the early lead of the race. He's not playing around. He's gonna go for the faster strategy around here. So he's taken the lead. Azwan's dropped down to P2 on the hard tires. Levi's also on the hard tires here. Hider's AI is finally dropping back the grid. A temporary 1-2 for Aston Martin as we finally resume normal racing here. And now Levi goes up to P3. McD then Mercedes retains that P4. Raiden in P5. Rono deciding to go on to this set of soft tires here. So completely switching it around for the Alpine teams here. One on soft, one on the hards. So one playing long, one playing short here. So Rono will have the early advantage on his teammate here. Will there be team orders? Ayman already in P8. Charis in P9 here, almost at the back of his team already, so I'm pretty sure there's going to be early team orders here to get Charis through the grid as soon as possible. And let's take this opportunity to re-invite Hidari if he's still online, or that might just be his race for today, unfortunately. Let's see, he is online, so let's send a couple of invites to him. Accidentally sent to Alan as well. Apologies for that, Alan, if that might have distracted you. He still retains his lead though. Aswan now having that pace advantage, and I think that is showing pretty clearly that he is the quicker car today, the quickest car today if anything, and he's already at the back of Alan despite being on the hard tires himself. So there you go, early part of the race, finally settling down. Kendra had a little bit of an incident, looks like it, at the start of the first lap, and he's trying to catch up back to Kendrick, and Scientist in P13 deciding for the soft tires here. So there you go, the extra soft tires that you have saved finally coming into use for Scientist here. Still early on, it's only lap 2, keep fighting on, boys. Oh, super wide there from Alan, and Aswan finds the opportunity to go on the inside, but you don't want to go side by side here though, do you? Riding on board from the back, we see from Levi, you can see the top two playing it smart. You don't want to go side by side and lose time around here, and I think Alan might just notice that Aswan is the quicker driver anyway. Perhaps he might want to let Aswan through and get himself towed along here. That might be helpful for sure. But let's see, lap 2, DRS not yet activated. It will only be activated at lap 3, and on the Wellington Straight next time, that's where you'll be seeing the first dose of DRS in about half a lap time here. Raiden Shogun in the meantime here, himself and Rono are having a little ding-dong here. Raiden not holding back against his teammate, and Charis is coming through as well. So 2 for 1 there. I think Raiden has decided that he wants to be the lead driver here ahead of his teammate. Mackie and Rono having a little bit of a kerfuffle here. Rono dropping down to P7 and lifting off. You don't want to go side by side, especially if you tap someone, and wisely pulls away. And now, here we go. Our champion, Charis, at the back of Raiden Shogun. Is this going to be a passing moment? Or is this going to be a defending moment? Defend hard for all your life for Raiden Shogun here. Remember, there is still Constructors Championship to play for. Raiden goes defensive. Charis goes through. And now side by side they are. Raiden holds on ahead. Raiden still keeps the inside line. And now Charis will get the better exit, but it's not going to be making the overtake anytime soon. I'm suspecting he's going to wait for the next straight here on the Hangar Straight. In the meantime, Aswan has taken the lead away from Alan, and he is dragging the trio along. Aswan, Alan and Levi are currently 4 seconds ahead of this train that is being headed by Raiden and Charis at the moment, followed by Magdi and Rono and Ayman Haikal. So it's a two portion here, two separate races going on at the moment. And now Levi gets past Raiden. Sorry, that's not Levi. That's Charis gets past Raiden Shogun. And will he have enough pace to reconnect the train up to P1? We will find out shortly. A little bit of a drift there for Charis into the final chicane. And Raiden will follow him through. Magdi just wisely following through as well. P7, P8, everyone behaving so far. Kukumba making his debut in MSRL. We forgot to mention that as well. A fellow friend of Alan, of Aswan, I'm sorry, Aswan, Magdi as well. He's finding himself calmly in P9, right ahead of his teammate Ting Tong Bell, who have raced each other in other leagues as well. So I'm pretty sure it will be a funny moment here for Ting Tong and Kukumba to be in the same team this time around. So hopefully they are getting along well right now. Zinubi currently holding on in P11 here. Scientist on the soft tires. Does it look like he's running a little low on pace here on that soft tires? Or is he just trying to recover early on from a spin? Kendra has gotten past Kendrick. No, not yet. Not yet. They are side by side. Red Bull versus Ferrari here at Silverstone. Where is this? Excuse me, as I have to do all the talking today. It's getting a little bit on me. Yeah, Kendrick holding on for his position here. Last time out, we saw Kendrick in Austria. Somewhat of a sprint specialist, you could call it. Kendrick did pretty well in Azerbaijan and also in Austria sprint races. But this time around, back to normal races here. I think he has the pace to maintain it, but he doesn't just have that extra touch he needs to be leading in a qualifying battle. Up ahead though, wow, that is Hidaire getting past Scientist, so no holds barred here. And Hidaire gets up to P12. Looks like the hard tires might just be a little quicker than the soft tires right now. But the medium tires may just be the tire to be on now. Alan has gotten past Aswan again. Was that a little bit of contact there? Is that just Aswan letting Alan through and saving his tires? Not exactly the qualifying pace that he had, Aswan. We'll probably see a little bit better of him in the second phase here as he goes on to mediums on the second stint. Alan right now, despite being on the medium tires at the start, he does not have enough pace to pull away. Aswan significantly higher on the battery levels, full charge. If anything, he is still biding his time right behind Alan. Levi just wisely following through, but he is struggling to keep up with his top two. Just about barely within DRS range, running low on battery, so he's going to look to save up as well. Charis, surprising to say, he's not really reeling in on Alan, Aswan and Levi as well. The top three are doing their own race. Perhaps this might be the first lap we see Charis start to reel back it, but no, the gap is growing. And it looks like that's because Aswan and Alan are both pushing each other with the battery, and that's extending the gap. Levi, well, he's almost out of DRS range, so he's gonna start to struggle if the top two keep pulling away. And looks like they might just start to pull away, and I think it's imperative that these top two start pulling away immediately. Levi has been dropped out of DRS range. That is unfortunate news for him, which means it's gonna be a two-horse race. Around the outside he goes. Aswan does not hold back, gets the DRS, lunges around the outside of turn 3, and now he will lead into turn 6 here and in lap number 6 as well. So Aswan Jupri takes the lead, has DRS. Can Alan hold on to the lead? Aswan has all the DRS and ERS charge he needs to get past. And a little cheeky battle here going on between Rono and Ahmad Haikal. That medium tires, the soft tires I must say, on that Alpine starting to degrade a little bit, and those hard tires are coming better and better as the laps goes on. Scientist in P14, finally he's found himself at the back of this train of his teammate, of all people. So his teammate Kendra in P12 here, followed by Zanubi in 13 and Scientist in 14. So this is a good battle to watch here. Will this work out last time out? Oh, that is scary. That is super scary, Scientist, as he struggles to nail that corpse corner there. A little wide there. Was that Kendrick who had it a little naughty there? Oh, that is Kendrick who was a little naughty at the Mackett's and Beckett's sequence here. Scientist skips it ahead. There are yellow flags. And the last corner, that is Alan who has gone around, and he has lost his P2 and he's dying. He's down to P6 here, and that is all the progress lost in a couple of corners here. Was there contact between Alan and Aswan, or was it just a mistake by Alan? This means Aswan takes the lead. Levi hangs on to the DRS by a thread, but just by a little bit. Not much to go between these two pair drivers here. Shari is still 5 seconds behind, so not really looking like his best race here. Raiden is well, he's pushing on his battery. Shari is just chilling there, and it looks like Shari is starting to find a little bit of his mojo back here as we head into lap number 7. Early days, but still plenty of battle going on here. Mackie finds himself between Raiden and Alan right now, so Mercedes, McLaren, Alpine, it's battle all over here. Keyman fight here. Alan is pushing for it. He's gonna go for it on the Mercedes, on the Alpine. He gets one, but he doesn't get two. Raiden is defending against Alan here, but Alan thinks wiser of it. and decides to yield the position. Rono and Hyman Haikal. It's starting to get spicier as the laps go on here. The hard tires are definitely going to be better, but the DRS is keeping Rono in range. Kukumba and Ting Tong Bell, the AlphaTauris, have joined the party as well. The longer this battle goes on, the longer this is going to take to resolve. And now Rono on the back here. Oh, side by side into turn 1. Backs off a little bit. That's forced Iman to make a mistake. He's off track. And is Rono gonna get the position? No, Rono still hangs on behind him, gets the DRS, and will look to make the move on the Wellington straight here. A little bit of a slide there for Rono. Kukumba might see this an opportunity to get past the Alpine. Does he though? No, as Rono is actually pulling away in the clean air to get some cooling into the engine there. Oh, a little bit wide there from Raiden, losing it a little bit behind MacD. And now Alan might spot an opportunity to get past both of them. He is alongside Raiden, and he's gonna get past MacD as well. That's a slow moving car up ahead. That's a yellow. That's Charis? No? That's Lee Chi Chun, who's been lapped here and is having a little bit of a trouble to keep it on track. Alan has picked up 3 seconds because of that, maybe? But now, as it goes on, Raiden gets a poor exit here. Alan alongside him and MacD. This is a three-way fight that is not going to be over just yet. Oh! MacD goes for an aggressive move there. Lost himself on the inside of turn 1. And he's going to fall down to P7, P8, P9, P10 as he struggles to recover on track here. Oh, that was not a worthy move there. Not needed at all. That move was too risky to be made in turn 1, and he is gonna pay the price. He's in P13, and is that Scientist who's gone off as well? He's gone off as well. Is that a puncture on his car, or is that just the soft tires already gone off the cliff here? It's around time here, about time he's made a pit stop, but is that one lap too late for him? Let's get back to the battle up front here. We have Alan, who is now within 2/10 of Raiden Shogun. Will this be his clean shot to get past Raiden and pull them along to Charis, who has closed up to Levi? But if you look at the gaps from Levi to Azwan, it's growing and growing and losing all the time. And that also means Azwan has extended his lead to Charis by about 7 seconds almost here. So Azwan definitely has the pace this time around. Alan rejoining in P4, gets past Raiden. Ayman keeping it clean as he always does. He's up to P6 right now. So far it looks like might just be advantage for McLaren once again in this first third of the race here. MacD, I think he's gonna jump into the pits. Maybe just about time here after that incident. Get an undercut. Get a clean run on the hard tires. He picks up a 5-second time penalty for spinning into the pit lane, and is going downhill from here for that second Mercedes here. Scientist is into the pits after 10 laps on that soft tires, presumably for a set of hard tires, or is there going to be a set of medium tires here coming for that Red Bull? It is the hard tires to go on to, and there you go, the best race tire to be on, I suppose. And up ahead, plenty of battles brewing up. This time it is Ayman Haikal leading the train of Ting Tong Bell, Hidir at Kukumba and Kendra. So this is a 5-man battle, correct myself there. 5 drivers within range of each other, and it is time, just around time for the undercuts for the medium tires here. Will Kukumba make an undercut attempt to get past this 5 gaggle of cars up ahead here? Everyone is running wide left and right here. But will they have the pace to go for it? Kendra, can he go for the move? He is launching an attack on Kukumba. Kukumba is defending, and at the same time Hider is going for it on Ting Tong Bell. Hider gets past Ting Tong Bell. Kendra gets past Kukumba. Oh, but Kukumba sticks it on the inside and lost that position. Is Kendra unaffected by... Yeah, he is unaffected, but Kukumba might have just made that move a little too early. Just around about time, I guess. Might as well jump into the pits here for a set of hard tires. Picks up a 5-second penalty as well for speeding into the pit lane. That's unfortunate for him, but he will still be able to continue on as the race goes on here. Up ahead though, a little spicy here between Ting Tong Bell and Kendra. On the inside, Ting Tong, Kendra leaving them space. That's good to see. But Kendra does not have the DRS. Or Kendra does have the DRS on Hidir, which is surprising. Which means up ahead though, we can see Kendra trying to go. Hidir is trying to go side by side with Ayman here into the middle sector here. So into the middle phases of this race, ladies and gentlemen, right around the time it is the pit stop phases. I think we are starting to see some more action brewing out on track. And look at this. Look at this. Charis has caught up to Levi here with just within 2 or 3 laps early. Yeah, and it's about time for the medium tires to make a pit stop as well. Is Charis going to jump in? No, he's staying out. He's staying out. So is that an extension of his medium tires to go for a set of softs, or is he choosing to have fresh hards at the end there? Kendra, no, that's Hidir going for a move on Ayman. Too far away though, so Hidir will stay ahead for now. Both of them on the hard tires. Kendra on the medium tires, sticking it out as long as possible for now. There you go, Hidir this time around getting the burners on. Ayman is pretty quick on the straights as well. He's defending pretty hard with his battery. Side by side, he defends the inside. Hidir is forced to go around the outside once again. So Ayman finding it easy to defend for now. Placing his car at the right place at the right time. And is managing to hold on Kendra here. Every point will count for the championship for the McLarens here as their battle rages on with the Mercedes. One Mercedes leads the race. One Mercedes has had issues and they're down in P13 while Charis is in P3, his teammate is in P6. So it's not over just yet. We are almost halfway into the race. That might have been a corner cut there by Hidir. Runs a little bit deep, but Ayman runs deep as well on the exit of Chapel onto the back straight here. And now looks like this is going to be a move coming in for Hidir. He is goated. He gets past Ayman Haikal. He goes up to P6. Ayman gets overtaken by Kendra as well. 2-for-1 move. What a combo here. So it is battling on, raging on lap after lap. Raiden, what's happened to him? Why is he jumping up the grid? That's because Alan's into the pits to get rid of the hard tires early on. And it's also time for Charis to pit as well. Now he's gone on to the hard tires. So it's, well, my bad. Alan was on the medium tires, goes on to a set of hards. So just about time for them to jump into the pits. And with a few laps, with halfway done, we still have 13 laps to go. Levi suddenly has he found a little bit of a pace in this middle part of this stint here, because his gap has cut down to Azwan a little bit. Or is Azwan struggling? Looks like he might just be struggling here, missing the apexes every now and then. And yeah, that's where Levi might be just starting to regain the confidence here as he goes on lap after lap. Raiden in P3, comfortably in P3 so far. Kendra in P4. Hidir is attacking here on Kendra in the slipstream. So powerful around here. But you can't do much in these corners. Now onto the straight though. Hidir does not have enough juice left to attack Kendra. Or can he though? He's getting close, gets into the slipstream, goes on the outside, jinx on the outside, and now inside and outside again. Not enough space for him. Levi Tiger Pants jumps into the pits. And now that will be Raiden who will be retaking that P2 away. Kendra will get promoted up to P3 temporarily. Hidir will take that P4 away. And as we see, Ayman Haikal now will take that P5. Will be the leading McLaren right now as Charis has made his pit stop. Comes back out in P8. Is this gonna be an undercut attempt on Levi Tiger Pants? Looks like it might just be. Levi's a little slow. And he is gonna get undercutted by Charis, who nevertheless had the pace from the beginning and is up to P7 now. Kendrick, who has stayed out for quite a while. Oh, has a little half spin there, and that's going to invite Levi Tiger Pants on those medium tires, mind you, to mount an attack immediately. More pit stops coming in as well. Ichi Chun down in P16, being a lap down as well. He's made his second stop. Oh, whoa, Ayman, careful there, sir. Don't want to lose the car, especially in this crucial parts of the championship battle. Gets a 3-second time penalty. That is going to count towards the end, so that's some trouble to worry about. But will this be the call for him to jump into the pits right now? It's already the start of lap 15. Aswan Jupri is into the pits. So he's gonna get rid of those hard tires onto a set of mediums. Raiden's in as well. Ayman's jumping in, and there you go. It is gonna be Kendra who will retake the lead. Not Kendra, sorry. Hider will be leading this race for the first time. Is this even the first time he's leading a race in MSRL? This might just be it. And there you go. That's another, I would say, checklist ticked off from the bucket list for Hider, who is in P1 right now. While his teammate Ellen, trying to do a good recovery race, sets the fastest lap on those hard tires right now, already on the back of Levi Tiger Pants. Levi having medium tires, Ellen having the pace, but on the hard tires, who is going to be the faster driver here on this combination? Shari is already on the back of Aswan Jupri, and is this going to be a repeat of season number 6? 10 laps, 11 laps to go. This might just be a battle till the end. Last time out, it was Aswan Jupri who defeated Sharis in Silverstone. Can Sharis take his revenge today, or will Aswan hold on to that position? Because it matters for the constructors. Very wide there by Sharis. That's definitely something to look at. But yeah, battle goes on. He is within DRS. And now Aswan will be looking to get within the range of Hider, or is Hider going to pit this lap, get himself out of the battle, get himself out of the trouble here? He does, there you go. He's into the pits. Aswan is in P1. He will retake that P1 now. Oh, Hider picks up a 5-second penalty for speeding into the pit lane here. A little bit troubling for him. But yeah, there you go. Ellen will now take that P3 away, but it's still significantly further away from anyone else. 27, he is really pushing those hard tires while they're still fresh. So he gets the fastest lap right now. And Levi, he gets overtaken. Yeah, so Levi doesn't really have to pace despite being on the medium tires. Raiden will take P6. Rono on P7 here. Very early pit stop from him though. So these medium tires will have to make 10 more laps till the end. Hider in P7. That's a little bit of a yellow there. That is Kendrick, who has gone around on the final chicane. He's back on track though. He's gonna continue. So first lap on those medium tires, cold tires for sure, right? And that's gonna be a little bit concerning if that's gonna be troubling him for the rest of the race. Aswan trying his best to push. Sharis pushing for the DRS as well. Stays within DRS for now. So it is looking a little bit back and forth between the top two. All the while Ellen now has to contend with Levi just behind him. Raiden comes in P5 with his teammate in P6. So as the battles cool down up ahead, it's starting to warm up again at the back here in the midfield. Hider in P6, Ayman in P7, Magdi in P9. After that early stop onto the hard tires here, he finds himself within the mix again for P7 right now. Unless the safety car comes out at the wrong moment, this might all change up after this. A little bit of yellow there. That's a yellow into the pits, is that it? Yeah, that's be a little yellow there into the pit lane though for some reason. Rono, who had to make that early stop early on, Now he's into the pit lane, getting a set of soft tires. Okay, interesting there. Soft tires for the last 10 laps, definitely doable. But he's down to P14. Silverstone, one of the longest pit lanes in the calendar. That means he's going to lose almost 30 seconds here coming out of the pit lane, and now he's down to P14. How much higher can he climb though, as the battle for P3 in the constructors rages on between the Williams and the Alpines, the Ferraris and the Mercedes. Ferrari with Kendrick only today not doing so good. Red Bull faring a little better here, P12 and P8 right now for them, while Levi's in P4, flying the flag for Williams. Right behind him is Raiden Shogun, so it's looking like well, still tight to be contended with. Levi still in a good range of Allen within DRS. Aswan as well. Lap after lap, we can see he's trying to pull away. Charis is running low on battery here, so it's the first time we see Charis starting to crack here. He is not as fast as we thought in Silverstone. Aswan holds that advantage right now on the medium tires as well. This is something to look for now into this middle sector here. Can Aswan push a little bit more, just that little bit more? He does. He gets 2/10 on the exit, and now is this going to be curtains for Charis' challenge for the race win? One more corner, keep it flat. He's gonna flirt with the track limits, no, but he is out of DRS range, and that means Aswan might just have a clear shot here of winning with Ferrari. Excuse me, my bad. Aswan might just have a chance of winning it with the Mercedes team today, as Charis has lost DRS and is losing derating time all the way down the straight here. Allen holds on to that P3. Can this turn into a battle for P2 and 3 between Allen and Charis? The gap has stayed somewhat neutral here, but track limits penalties is gonna come to bite them. Entering lap 19 here, which means we have 7 laps to go from here on out. Allen has 3 seconds to catch up to Charis. At the same time, he has to pull a 3-second gap to Levi if he wants to keep that P3 or at least a P2. Levi, I think he can call it easy till the end here on a P4. Raiden's clear in P5. Heater is clear in P6. Now Ayman in P7. Kendra is catching up though. So let's bring up those tire details once again. Despite being on the harder tires, I think Kendra is looking quick here, just within touching distance. Ting Chong Bell on the medium tires now at the back of Kendra. So this is going to be a battle as well. We'll look out. Kendrick at the back of Scientist, 2 good mates. And now is this going to be a cheeky little dive here? No, he just goes on the inside to make himself present. And now Scientist was forced to go a little bit wide. That's going to lose him time, which means Kendrick will get the opportunity to attack. Oh, a little bit messy there. A little bit messy, and there you go. Kukumba finds the opportunity to get past Kendrick after that mistake, and now Kukumba will be fighting with Scientist for that P10 as it is right now. Oh, what's happened there? What's happened there? There's a little bit of a collision from Kendrick and Kukumba. Was that the Mercedes? Was that the Ferrari's fault, or was that the AlphaTauri who was a little feisty on the inside? We won't know till the end though. But there you go. That's meant Kukumba has lost touch to Scientist here at the moment, and he is out of DRS. McD, he is still within a fighting chance here in P12 on those hard tires for now. Alright, Kendra now on the attack. Oh, McD gets a 3-second penalty. That's not going to help him. He's up to 11 seconds of penalties already. Kendra with DRS makes it easy around the outside. Carry the momentum and into the middle sector. The start of the middle sector here. He goes up into P7. Next up to chase is Hidir. Plenty of drivers here with time penalties. 5 seconds for Hidir, 5 seconds for Kendra. Mackie has a 5 second as well. Kumba has a 5 second as well. All for speeding into the pit lane. And plenty of 3 seconds everywhere. Elevator 3, who's close up to Sharis for that P2 right now. So it is pretty tight there up in front. Ayman loses a little bit of his backhand into the exit of Chapel onto the Hanger Straight. Thankfully, he still has DRS, which means he will survive for another lap here. What's happened there? Levi's dropped. Oh, okay, he was safely in P4. I guess he's taken the gamble of going onto a set of soft tires here. He's down to P5 though now. Is he going to lose any more positions? Levi Tiger Pants, he comes out in P6. He is 10 seconds behind Raiden Shogun. Was that a wise decision from Levi Tiger Pants to go onto a set of softs with 5 laps to go? Can he catch up to Raiden Shogun for that P4? All the while, we see, wow, okay, so this was something we were looking forward to in Austria, but due to that unfortunate DSQ from Alan, he could not finish in P1. This time Sharis, he will be forced to surrender that position to Alan, and now Alan has to pull off a 3-second gap. What is happening to Sharis today? He's gonna box, he's gonna call it a day on these hard tires here. He has nothing to lose, as his name says. Goes onto his set of soft tires, I presume, and probably to steal away the fastest lap from anyone who's having it right now. Alan has a 6-second gap. Can he close that down though? There you go, Levi pushing it hard here on his out lap. Goes up into P5. Sharis comes out ahead on soft tires. 7 seconds to Raiden Shogun. That is the gap that he will have to contend with, and suddenly Raiden can sniff a podium here out of nowhere. He has a podium to contend with, but a fast approaching Sharis right behind him. 7.5 seconds with the fresh soft tires here. Let's see that as we bring up the tire graphics here. Ars1 continues to lead 7 seconds to Alan while he's comfortably in P2. I don't think he's going to be challenged by Raiden anytime soon. And just in a matter of corner or two, Raiden has lost 3/10 to Sharis, who has the soft tires here. Levi Tiger Pants, with that move, suddenly he may find himself in a chance to possibly steal that P3 away from Raiden Shogun. He gets into DRS of Sharis, which is going to be crucial for him. Both of them on the same fresh tires now. Will this help him to get that P3 away? Hide in P6, Kendra in P7 right now, so that's not much brewing other than down in P12, Rono and MacD. Rono on that fresh soft tires now, gotten past MacD for that P11. MacD having plenty of penalties there to carry to his name. And I think it's going to compound even more. Levi Tiger Pants picks up the fastest lap of today. And that's a McLaren going slow. That's Simon Heikel. He's lost a few positions. He's down to P8. Lost plenty of time there. Something might have happened there at the exit of the final chicane. He keeps his P8 for now with 3 laps to go till the end. I think this is getting pretty close here. MacD, what's happened there? He's gone around into the pits. Oh boy, that must be a tough day. Gets rid of that hard tires, serve the penalty, and get a soft tire fastest lap attempt. Maybe that's the play for today. Levi Tiger Pants here, half a second. He was now within a second still, keeping DRS to Sharis, who is trying to push as hard as he could. 5 seconds the gap now to Raiden Shogun. Yellows on the exit of turn 3. Is that Rono? It is Rono who's gone around a little bit on the exit of the pit lane though. Oh, what's happened there? We will not know. Lap 24 has begun. Final 3 laps. Aswan has a 3-second gap, a 6-second gap to Alan, and that will become 9 as Alan will have to serve that 3-second time penalty. Nothing to lose. Charis takes the fastest lap away from Levi Tiger Pants, 27.5, just pipping Levi to it. Levi still keeping in touch with that DRS range, and now they are so much closer with only 3 laps to go. Can Raiden hold on? He is running low on all sorts of resources. He's on the worst tire, he's running low on battery, and he's gonna have to hold on to dear life. With 2.5 laps to go, Raiden Shogun has a 2-second lead with Charis approaching pretty quick. Yeah, half a second gained in that one corner alone, and Levi is now going to lose DRS if he cannot catch up by the end of Stowe Stowe corner here. No, not Stowe. Cop's corner here. Looks like he's gonna lose DRS. He is out of DRS. Charis may not get DRS. No, he does not get DRS. He's 3/10 short of getting it. But look at that. He's already closed up the gap within half a second now. Almost 8/10, my bad. Within a second, it's gonna close down faster and faster as we head into lap 25 as Aswan continues to go around and almost bringing it home. 2 more laps to go for the Mercedes to claim their first victory of this season. Side by side they are. There you go. With that soft tires here now. Charis, well, he will have to get this move done. He already has the fastest lap, but can he get that P3 as well for that extra point? Is Raiden going to defend hard here? Looks like Raiden does not have much to defend with either way. Levi has found himself within a second again. But is that DRS? There's no DRS for him. There is DRS though for Charis in P4. Now he gets past Raiden so easily with that DRS, with extra battery and that soft tires here. Next up, it's going to be Levi Tiger Pants who had that P4 early on. Can he reclaim it from Raiden Shogun? This time around, I think might be a little bit of a tougher defense here if Raiden can hold on to DRS of Charis heading into Cops. Looks like he does. Levi is super wide there and picks up another 3-second time penalty. That's his first 3-second time penalty, and that's gonna be unfortunate for him. If he can make the overtake and he can move up the position, then he might just have that P4 in the backs. Lap 26, final lap has begun as Aswan goes around into the end of first sector. Alan in P2, and now Charis leading away in P3 in this train here. Raiden will have that DRS, which means for now he is safe from Levi. Levi has the 3-second time penalty to contend with. Hideo and Kendra, they're going for it here. P6 and 7, not over just yet, but time penalties are aplenty here. 8 seconds between the both of them. Ayman, if he can get within 5 seconds of any of those drivers, he will get 1 or 2 more positions. Oh, alright, this is starting to cook up here. Levi on the soft tires here, final lap. One last opportunity. Raiden has lost DRS, which is crucial. This is gonna mean a tough defense coming in from Raiden. Last time out, it was Raiden with the 3-second time penalty. This time it's Levi with that 3-second time penalty. But Levi gets a little bit of a jiggle there in the middle of the corner. Charis has already pulled off into the distance, and now Aswan is coming onto the back straight at the Wellington straight. He is already into the final chicane here. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for the winner of the British GP in Season 6. And he's going to make it 2 in a row for the British GP. Aswan Jupri cross the line, wins the British GP, wins it for Mercedes. And that is going to keep their championship hopes alive. Alan comes home in P2. Now Charis has that P3. Fastest lap has been stolen away from Charis, taken by MacD just by a tenth. So the Mercedes will still another point away. And this is going to go down to the wire into Spa next weekend. But it's not over just yet for P3. But it is just about over now. There you go. Raiden across the line will be P5. But with that penalty for Levi, he's going to take that P4 away. Kendra manages to hold on Hideo here. They'll come across 6 and 7. Oh! Is that Kendra that crashed on the exit though? Oh no! What's happened there? That is a big blunder from Kendra, losing it on the exit of the final corner, and which means Ayman will inherit that P8. Ting Tong gets up to P7 after the penalties have been resolved. What a jump from him. Ayman in P8, Kendra will come in P9. Scientist, he's almost there, cross the line, he will take that P10. And Kenrick comes home in P11. Zinubi, Rono, Kumba yet to finish the race. Kumba's been lapped and he has done this lap here. Rono 2 seconds away from Zinubi. Zinubi will hold on for that P12 across the final corner here, and that is P12 for him. And that is another donut show from Rono, our DNF expert here. No DNFs for him, but he wants to make sure he'll get the car across the line for sure. Well, if that's a DSQ, that's on him. But there you go. Rono across the line is P13 for today. And that has been a somewhat enjoyable show today. Aswan Jupri showing why he has the pace in Silverstone, beating Charis to it, beaten by Alan as well. So Charis not as bulletproof as we would think he was last season. This means he's only going to take that P3 this time around. And what will that mean for the Constructors' Championship? With Aswan winning the race, taking him that 20 points, fastest lap going to McD, his teammate, so that's 21 more, and McD in P15, that might be another 5 or 10 points, 30 points, maybe 25, 26 for the Mercedes crew, while both the McLarens are finishing way high up there. That might just mean the lead has been extended for the McLaren team today. Alright, so this is still not over. It's not a clear win just yet for the McLarens. We'll have to do the calculation after the race to make sure everything is in order. But yeah, as it stands, Aswan Jupri is your winner for today. Mercedes once again comes on top here. And his teammate, McD, claims the fastest lap for the day as well. Unfortunate race for him with a few incidents despite qualifying in P4. Otherwise, it would have been more points for the Mercedes there. And there you go. That's the results for today. Let's get the race director real quick before we head off into the interviews for today. So stay tuned for that. We'll be joining you shortly for all the driver interviews. Get their details. Get the juicy insights of what happened in the race today. Alright, and first into the comms box, let's get in Alan. Alan, P2 today, beat Charis. I think it was about time. It was going to happen in Austria, but you finally got it off today. But that time penalty though, was it you with the time penalty? Was it a...
Yeah, well, I don't know if I beat Charis fair and square, first of all. It doesn't feel like a win against him because he did make a couple of mistakes, and I'm guessing he was trying to play with his MFD and pit. I'm not sure what happened, but he went off track, and that's how I got around him. But with the penalty, it was just Raiden and myself that were racing close, and he squeezed me out. So I need to review the footage. I'm not sure if I had space to move, and I got a penalty for it because I was outside of the line.
Yeah, but nevertheless, I think as a result, P2 beating him, and yeah, I think at the end it was quite equal between you and Aswan in P1. Had you had a better first stint where you had that spin, you might have been in a shot for the race win today, don't you think?
Maybe, but he was quick. He was a rocket today. Yeah, I could get in front of him, but to keep the position was very difficult. So even with the spin, I don't think I would be able to keep going because at the end I had no tires. I was sliding all over the shop.
Yeah, nevertheless, I think a good battle here today. And qualifying was pretty close, but I think he had the pace on you today, so he had to beat fair and square. On to the last race, Spa. And I think that's a good way to close off the season as well. the one last time we're going to play on that bad version of Spa before we head on to a new version next season. What are your thoughts heading into the finale? What's your expectations now? Is it just race for fun, or are you still looking forward to gaining some more position in either constructors or drivers championships?
I want to get a win, to be honest, but we'll see what happens. That's my goal.
Right.
And but yeah, we'll see what happens. I think winning is possible. If it's like today, I think it's possible. I think the wrong setup was picked today. But yeah, you live and learn.
Don't blame me.
No, it wasn't you. It was me. I went not high. I went very high downforce instead of low. Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. I'm not to blame for the bad setup. I make good setups anyway. So just kidding. But yeah, there you go. I think for Spa, it's pretty clear what you have to do. Just trim all the downforce, go for the attack in the race, and that's gonna be it for.
Thank you.
For Alan. So we'll see him next weekend. So let's get the next two drivers into the voice chat. Well, let's get scientists into the media room first. So scientists, hello once again. What's up? Not as good as the race compared to last time out, but way better than expected. What went wrong today? Because you were doing pretty well, and then there were a lot of trains, a lot of battles. So what went wrong? What went right as well? Let us know.
I mean, I think mainly what went wrong was lap 1, and I was trying to avoid Lee using me as a flipping bowling pin. I think he took me out on lap 1, turn 1, and I'm still a bit pissed on that, but I'll review accordingly. And then he tried to do a Max Verstappen on me into cops, which is also not fun. Yeah.
All right.
So it was fun trying to not be a bowling pin. But apart from that, I think I did a pretty decent job holding up Kenrick for my teammate. Kendra to get like a 3.7 second gap to him. And I think I made a couple mistakes here and there, just losing the rear end. But honestly, it was a pretty decent race. I think if I didn't get taken out by Lee, I probably could have finished P ahead of Tingwei or something. But yeah, definitely. I think the strat wise, it was quite okay. I was very close to puncture on the end, 70%.
Wow. Okay.
All
right.
Yeah.
That was really close there for sure on the tire wear. But you know, as we said, at the end, what matters is the points and the finishing positions that you guys gained on Ferrari this week, and I think that might just be, you know, an advantage heading into Spa. So you guys are ahead of Ferrari. And next weekend, it's going to be all decided, right? Is it going to be Williams? Is it going to be Alpine? Is it going to be Ferrari? Or is it going to be Red Bull who's going to take that P3 or P4, right? What are your plans and thoughts heading into Spa? Because it could get quite wild there with the rain sometimes.
I mean, with Zenobile coming in P12, I think the Drivers' Championship is pretty much out of the window for me. But obviously, we'll try to get our best result for the team, maybe P4, P5, or a race win, P1, P2. So yeah, just gotta keep pushing. Today was a lot of team strat plays as well, letting each other by and giving toes during quali. So yeah.
We missed that, but I saw it on the mini map for a moment, but I forgot to pan on to that. But yeah, that was a good catch. Slipstream might be even more worth it in Spa, don't you think?
Yeah, and there's a lot more overtaking opportunities, so it's gonna be a bit harder to defend, but attacking will be so much easier.
All right. Now we'll wish you all the best for Spa. Nevertheless, I think, you know, compared to where Red Bull were at the start of the season, you guys have made leaps and bounds in terms of consistency and points, and you guys are, you know, in P5 right now itself, it's a very good achievement. So congrats on that. Let's wrap it up. Have a good finish in Spa, scientists. So I'll see you next week.
Thank you.
All right. Now let's get the usual two suspects here. I might have to pull you out, Raiden. Hello. Sorry to cut you off at the wrong time. And let's get Levi in as well. So once again, for the third race running, we have both of you sort of fighting it out on track. Last time in Austria, it was Levi who had that. Raiden who had the 3-second penalty. This time it's Levi who had the 3-second penalty. So roles reverse. Levi though, it was looking good for a P4 finish until that penalty struck you. And what was the driving decision behind that pit stop at the end?
I was getting a bit bored. No one to race around me, so I pit. And then, I mean, if I didn't pit, I
Alright.
probably would have got P3 if Shara's still pit. So
Uh-huh.
probably a bit of a stupid thing in the end, but it doesn't matter too much, I guess.
Yeah, I think the pit stop that you did triggered Charis to pit as well, because you had the free gap and then he had the free gap as well. But at the end, it came down pretty much to the last 2 laps where you guys were catching up to Raiden, and then it would have been back to 3 and 4 for you and Charis, but that penalty actually costed you this time, right?
Yeah, I just kind of like lost concentration for a bit, went wide a couple times.
Right. And on that note, Raiden, what was your feeling, when you were temporarily in P3, but knowing there were 2 flying cars on the soft tires behind you, and when the inevitable was going to happen, how were you preparing for that, or what was going on in your mind at that time?
I mean, just trying to drive cleanly, I mean, I'm just trying to delay the inevitable, I knew that Charlie is going to be fast, and obviously Levi is going to be fast as well with the soft. So when I saw Charis pass by me, I was trying to stay behind him and at least get a DRS, at least to survive myself, save myself a bit from Levi at that point. So and then Levi, when I saw he got a 3-second penalty, I was like, yeah, if he wants to overtake me, just go ahead. Let me just stay behind you at least. I mean,
Yeah.
my old medium tire wouldn't be able to the grippier, faster soft tire, so he could have pulled a 3-second. I mean, I know he's fast. He's a fast driver as well, so might have. My old tires worn out.
Yeah,
To the
shoulda,
dead end
coulda,
already,
woulda, and
so-
all that if
Yeah,
scenarios, right? But
So
Mhm.
I was just trying to, if I get the DRS, I just tell myself that when Levi passed me, I just want the DRS. That's it. I want the DRS. If I got a DRS, that's it. I'm just staying behind him. No way I'm gonna overtake him. I'm running out ERS. I'm running out of tire, and obviously, if I make a move down the inside, I'm not close enough to make a move down the inside anyway. So, just unlucky for Levi. But I mean, yeah, like he said, it was at one point it was a bit boring as well for myself actually, because Levi and Charis and Azwan were probably 20 seconds ahead, and the next guy behind me at that time, I think it was TG was 10 seconds behind me. So yeah, I'm just sitting in the middle of nowhere. It might be more fun in the Sahara Desert. At least I got some friends, animal friends. But
Right,
It was a really
right.
good race. It was more drivers than some recent weeks, but I feel like the gaps between cars were bigger.
yeah, so the front gap was too big, so the rear was too big. I was like, man, if anyone wants to call me right now for work and inquiries about my work, so I would gladly answer that. If my boss wants to call me as well, I don't mind that. I could have picked it up as well at the same time.
All right,
That's how bored it is, because I could think
see.
about my work. So yeah.
Well, I guess sometimes having a boring race is good, so you could focus on the track and hitting the lap times that you need. But no safety cars, no stoppages this week, so that meant you guys had to pretty much just get it done early on. And I think the early position battles really played out well, and the pit stops as well played a factor in that. We saw a couple of drivers, well, not a couple, more than a couple. Pretty much half the grid had some issues at some point with incidents, or even just spinning on their own or spinning after incident. So for you guys, I think you've kept it clean, and that's where you shine today, right? And somehow you guys just converge on each other once again. What do you think about Spa though next weekend? Because right now as it is, Levi, despite being a reserve driver, you are standing in for Williams this weekend, and next weekend you could stand in for anyone. Heading into the final race, the Drivers' Championship between you guys is still pretty close. Constructors as well might be close, if you guys decide to be in the same team. What are your thoughts for that? Raiden, you go first.
I mean, I don't know if Rono wants to drive next weekend, but if he's not joining, then I wouldn't mind have Levi as my teammate. they will
Right.
basically secure the championship for constructors.
Right, right. Well, Levi, would you want to drive with Raiden though? We heard you early on in the reserve driver briefing that sometimes when you have an equal pace teammate, double stacking might be an issue. So, well, what's your hot take on that? Will you be Raiden's teammate, or would you like to fight Raiden next weekend from another team?
I know, I suppose I'll have to come to that decision. Depends how I'm feeling, huh?
Right, right. So it will remain a mystery, ladies and gentlemen, as to what Raiden, who Raiden will be fighting. Will he be fighting Levi as a teammate, or will Levi will be fighting Raiden from another team? We'll find that out next weekend, and that'll be all for it, gentlemen. And next, let's get one last driver into the media room for today. Let's get joyful Lee Chi-chun. So hello Lee. Just a reminder to keep it civil, no cursing in the voice chants and
no
whatnot,
cursing?
since we are live. Yes.
I'm not cursing.
Yeah. Good. That's good. So how was it today in terms of preparations? We heard you were a little late to prepare, but how did that go at the end in the race? Did it go better than you expected?
Was weekend for me after basically the 3 races I've attended, worst race ever for me, and which I wasn't like expecting, since that I was expecting to be at least last or at least one place up, but I guess I'm still last, since that my wheel I need to get an upgrade for it, and I still got the spacer for it, so that's the reason why I was playing on keyboard, which was pretty bad. As you can see, I was 2 laps or 1 lap after pack of 15th place, and I was 16th place, and which
But you kept going on,
resulted in
right?
me.
That's the most important thing, right?
Yeah.
The points for the
But-
team. So like you guys
Yeah.
are still fighting for P7 or maybe even P8 in the constructors. So that's still a little bit of an incentive to keep going. And now we have Spa next weekend. So do you think you'll be well prepared for the finale next week?
Spa is one of the track that I was like in the mid section, since that I was good last year in F122, but F123 not that sure, but but Spa definitely will be looking forward to it.
All right, and that will be the finale to close off season number 7. And it's also a good way to say goodbye to your old version of Spa, ladies and gentlemen. And we will have to say goodbye for now. It's 10:30 p.m. right now as we are over here. Thank you to our drivers for turning up. Thank you for the interviews as well, gentlemen. And we will see you all in the next race, the finale, which we will still have to decide after the points count today. Have McLaren secured the Constructors' Championship, or are Mercedes still just in that little bit of a chance to get that P1? All the while, we still have the likes of Raiden, we have the likes of Levi, we have a few more drivers in the championship battles to resolve, all for pride and fame for sure. P1 has been taken away, but there's always some consolation there in P2 onwards, so we will be looking to get that resolved next weekend. And if you'd love to join us for one last race of the season, the sign-ups are still open. Discord link and SimGrid sign-up link are in the description. You may join the server first as well, and it will guide you through, or you can sign up for SimGrid and it will guide you into the server as well. Either way, I've been your host for today, Dalvin. Nick's not here, so we'll hope to get Nick as well on the finale next weekend. Till then, everyone, thank you for tuning in. Take care, stay safe into turn 1. I'll see y'all next week.